Hello, everyone. My name's Mel. I work for the amazing charity called SmartSTEMs. And today we have Euan Harvey from Global Trust, and he is going to tell you, the audience, a bit about his journey into the space sector. Hi, Euan.
Hi,
How are
thank you very
you?
much. I'm good, thank you. Thank you for inviting me along.
Oh, you're so welcome. Thanks for being here and taking the time out of your busy schedule. Okay, so why don't you start off and tell us a wee bit about what you do currently?
Yeah, of course. So I work for Global Trust, who are a data analytics company. So we work with space and satellite data, the satellites that get put above the Earth into orbit. And our job is to use that data to look at life on Earth and how we can improve sustainability around different environments, looking at water, looking at land, and how we can help businesses and corporates become more sustainable.
Fantastic. How did you get into that job? What did you have to do?
Yeah, so it's a really kind of a strange story from my
We like
view.
a strange story at SmartSTEMs. We like a strange story.
So I had no kind of interest or knowledge in the space industry going into university. My university experience was very much on the business side. And how I kind of came across space was a family friend who was working within the industry was telling me all the exciting things that are happening, how we're launching rockets from the UK and all the different technological advances. And I thought that sounds really, really cool. And that's
Yeah.
something that kind of sparked an interest for me. And I was like, that's something that I want to be a part of. And I kind of wanted to learn more. It left me thinking, okay, how can I get involved? So I started looking at how I can get involved in space with a kind of business background, and started looking at different kind of problems to solve, and that kind of intrigued my interest in the sector, and kind of led to my journey to where I am now.
So you spoke there about being interested in the sector and speaking to a family friend. How did you actually end up getting your job? What was the process that you went through?
Yeah, so as part of my university, as I say, being part of business degree, I wanted to do some extra work alongside that because space really, really interested me. So that led to doing some research around space sustainability. And then in the end, I actually did my dissertation, my final year project on sustainability within space. And then from this, it led to opportunities with certain organizations, kind of giving out this research and talking to people within organizations. And then that led on to talking to the UK Space Agency. And the UK Space Agency have these opportunities where you can go on an internship, a placement of work for 9 weeks. And I thought this sounds really interesting. It's something that I want to get involved with. So I signed myself up. I was a bit nervous to start with, signed myself
Yeah.
up, and then joined along. And then from that, the company that I did this short period of work with offered me a job at the end of it.
Fantastic. So take us back then to you whilst you were, at primary school even. What was your interests? Like what subjects did you study?
Yeah, I think I've always had an intrigue, a kind of interest in what's happening in the world. I think my parents will vouch for me there. I was always asking questions, always really interested in what's happening in the news. So I've always had that kind of interest. But also on the environmental side, I've always kind of questioned why are we doing this? It's not going to have a good effect on the environment. So I think those two kind of came together, and have kind of through this journey I've always been there, and I've managed to use my interest from both of those areas to put that together in the space industry.
Amazing. And what's the best part about your job?
I think the best part about my job is being able to educate people on how space has a role in everyone's lives, and how space is so connected with everything that we do. And I speak to a lot of people who have no idea that the capabilities of space, and how how often we send stuff up to space and how often we are connected to satellites. And it's that moment when you start explaining the real benefit to them that you kind of see something in behind their eye. You see something, their kind of face light up, and it's wow. I didn't know this, and it's kind of sharing that benefit and that kind of that joy, I guess, for myself.
So what advice would you give your younger self now that you're in your job and you've sort of been through that journey? Is there any advice you would give yourself or younger people out there today watching this?
Yeah, I think just get involved as much as you can. See what's out there, see what intrigues you, and follow that curiosity. It can be difficult at times, but if you find something that really enjoy, or something that you want to find out more and kind of continuing that adventure through work, it makes working a lot easier. So I think advice for myself would be just any opportunity that comes my way, take it, or go out and find those opportunities, and yeah, find that thing that really kind of interests you and go with that.
And amazing advice, right? So I'm thinking about you in 5 years' time. What's the plan? Do you have goals? What are you thinking?
Yeah, I mean, I love working in the space industry. I feel it's so connected and collaborative. I think in the next 5 years, I want to continue, learning what we can do within the space industry. There's still so much more to learn. I'd like to work with so many more different people, and continue to real push the sustainability and how we can protect and help our planet going forward. I think we've got some big challenges ahead on the environmental side. So I want to be part of that journey, to helping the Earth be a better place for generations to come.
That's amazing, and we're so lucky to have someone with your experience and at your age that's got that devotion and that passion to protect our planet and help in any way that you can. And really, thank you so much for spending some time with us today and sharing a bit about your journey so far. Thank you so much, Euan.
It's a pleasure. Thank you very much for having me.
See you soon. Bye.
Bye.